and is Arab.
Yeah, they're
I know
Muslims.
they've been using them as an excuse since 1948. They've been using the Palestinians as an excuse.
No,
They
They
weren't
used
even,
it.
dude. They were called Arabs in 1948. They weren't even. They didn't go. They didn't call themselves Palestinians until
Well,
1964.
they didn't. Well, they didn't, but they still that group of people that was in that area. The Arabs felt like that they were being pushed around and pushed off their land, and they attacked Israel two different times, and they couldn't win. They couldn't win the war against Israel.
No,
There
I
were
agree. They
times
got
that
their act. They got their act. I mean, like, look, I'm not going down this whole thing. Like, look, they've had 7 different opportunities to have their own state. Okay, we and you.
we just keep saying over and over. Well,
What?
okay, just keep saying over and over again about that airplane. I'm sure we haven't all got that down pat
Well,
yet.
I have to keep saying it because you Trumpers are really thick in the head, and eventually I'm going to keep
Well,
saying it. It's going to sink in.
let's keep.
Well, it's
Wait a minute. You want to say it to your crowd too. Tell them again. I'm sure there's people in here that weren't there. See, there's one that's saying Palestinians for thousands of years. No, the Israelis has been there thousands of years also. See that? I'm with you
And
on that.
again, again,
Some
again,
assholes.
again, I'm not getting into this. We're not. This ain't going to turn into a Gaza Israel. This
yeah,
we're talking about the president of the United States' actions against Israel, how he's abandoned them because he has. He straight up has.
well.
And
I
he
mean,
and there's
why?
and there and there's rumors of him acknowledging a Palestinian state.
Yeah. So I guess my first question is: you think that Trump should actually recognize the Palestinian state, or you think it should just be pro-Israel?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, so you think Israel should have control of like the the Gaza Strip, and all
No,
the other places?
no, no. I don't agree with Trump's plan of going in and making it Riviera because in 2005 the Israel government gave that to the Palestinians. They left. They pulled out. Now there's legitimate questions about how do you rebuild something when it's so jacked up. You know, I wouldn't give, and I've said this from the get go. I would not give one dime of rebuild money as long as H Group was in power. Okay, uh, my 100% my thing. I'm against H and every form of H, and I want every hostage released. And I think if Donald Trump comes out and acknowledges the state of Palestine while there is still hostages being held, uh, that will be fucking terrible.
Yeah, but aren't
Because
all the hostages
then you
now?
will then
He
you will
can't do that.
you
Yeah, but
will
aren't
you will you will reward T group behavior if you do that.
yeah, but then aren't all the
90%
hostages
of
Israeli
Gaza.
only?
Only
Like none of them are American citizens now. Like last I checked, the
What?
last hostage that was
Why
an
not?
American
Hold on.
citizen was
I
taken
can't.
out.
I hold on. I can't hear Gail. What are you saying, Gail?
Yeah, I mean, last I checked, and I could be wrong in this, but last I checked, Trump had just negotiated the last American hostage out of Hamas
Yes.
territory.
But how did I know? And you know what? And
Yeah,
that's the Alexander young man that got to come home. It's just great, right? But
yeah,
also, what you got to realize, Gail, is that he just got a free jet from Qatar, and then he's doing billions of dollars in deals with them. Okay,
sure. This
so
is how deals are made.
he's in business with them, and make no mistake about it, Gail. He purposely did not ask for all the hostages. He only asked for the American one.
Yeah, well,
He
why
embarrassed.
should we care about the Israeli
But
hostages?
why should what? Because those
Yeah,
are fucking
why should we care
humans.
about that?
Because hold
They're not
on,
our citizens.
hold on. Those are American. Well, those are Israeli citizens, and
Sure.
those are our allies. Okay, those people
Yeah.
are being held.
Well, I
Those
mean,
people are being
Israel.
held. And don't are you? Hold on. Are you an anti-Israel person?
No, I'm just their position.
I'm just
We
telling
shouldn't get
you.
involved.
I'm just telling you. I will criticize Israel and I will criticize Bibi, but don't come in here demoralizing or downgrading the life of those hostages in there because they're Jewish. Do
No,
not do
I'm
it
not.
here.
That wasn't my
I
argument.
will not accept that shit, and I will boot your fucking ass out of here if you do it.
Well, that wasn't
Understand
my
that
argument.
those are human lives in there. They've been held
Sure.
against their will for 17 months or longer. Donald J. Trump had the power and the ability to get them all, and he
I
only
mean,
got the American.
sure.
He did that. He did
If I
that
can
on
counter,
purpose. He did it. He did it
I
on purpose to embarrass Bibi.
I'm trying. Can
That's
I make the
why.
counter argument, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So, firstly, my position is not that I have some sort of hatred against the Jewish people or anything like that. That's not my argument. My
Okay.
position specifically is their position. This is an ethnic religious conflict, and we're not involved in that. We're majority of Americans are not either Palestinian or Jewish. Majority of Americans are not either Muslim or the Jewish religion. So we shouldn't even be involved in the first place. Secondly, of course, I don't want hostages being held, but again, these are not our citizens. We should be prioritizing our citizens over Israeli citizens or Palestinian citizens or whoever other citizens.
So
So we can cut a deal.
are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay, so you're isolationist. That's what
I
you are.
wouldn't call myself an isolationist
That's what you are.
necessarily.
You don't give a fuck about nobody but America, right? We can
No,
we can have we
no,
can
no.
have
I
we
mean,
can
we can
have
cut
allies.
deals.
We can have allies. Then we can watch the president of the United States, who you voted for, go and make a deal with the T group, the state of Qatar, who financially supported Hamas and protected their billionaires. And when literally the president of the United States is receiving a plane from them, doing
Yeah, well,
business with them, and then uses that connection to get the one American. Thank God he got him. But he could have requested all of them.
sure. I mean,
But
I
he
get your
didn't.
point.
And the reason he didn't is he wanted to embarrass BB.
Yeah,
Because
well,
they're scrapping with each other.
when Benjamin Netanyahu, when he goes behind Trump's back and tries to contact Mike Waltz directly, specifically about trying to bait us into a war with Iran.
Mike Walls was doing that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
They were both
That's
doing
what
this.
I'm
Don't make
saying.
it
That's
seem
what
like it
I'm
was
saying.
just don't make it seem like it was BB. It was Mike Walls, and Mike Walls should be
I
fired
know
for
Mike Waltz
treason.
did it, but
He
Bibi
should be fired for
Netanyahu.
treason.
Well, yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. But Bibi Netanyahu was also involved with it. His team was also involved with it. We have to hold them responsible as well. Like, of course. Like, why should we not?
So why didn't he also negotiate the release of the unalived hostages? Why was it so important just for the one live hostage when you've got American families begging for him to get the unalive hostages back? And he even kind of like smirks and giggles about it in his press conferences. He knows damn well that they need to come back, and he didn't negotiate the return of them.
Well, I mean, negotiations take time.
Well,
Hamas.
They do take time.
and
And guess
Gail, I'm
what?
going to ask you this too. If Donald Trump
I
acknowledges,
didn't get a chance to answer your question though.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, negotiations take time, obviously, and right now, at least, an American citizen who is alive is going to be more value. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. There's going to be more value because he's still alive. So of
Yeah,
course he's
so
going to take
why
priority.
didn't they release the ones that aren't of much value
Yeah,
as
but
the live one? Wouldn't you
Like
think that'd be
I
easy
said,
to
that the
throw
one with
in
more
there?
value is going to take
what I'm
priority.
saying, Gail, if you Gail, he has said he is the most pro-Israel president ever. He was in a position where he could have literally got them all, and he chose not to do it.
Well, when
And
Israel,
this tells me there's a major rift between him and Bibi. He did it to embarrass Bibi.
yeah, well, maybe
He's like,
Bibi
look what
shouldn't have
I
tried
can do.
inciting us into a war with Iran.
Bibi can't do what I can do. That's what it was all about, to
Yeah,
embarrass Bibi.
I mean, I could agree with that, but that still doesn't change the fact that Israel tried inciting a war with us against Iran, which, if you have checked the track
And I
record
can
of,
agree.
yeah,
Look, I think there
then
needs to be a change in leadership in Israel.
yeah,
I
and
don't want to go to war with Iran.
what's your issue with Trump making deals with Israel's enemies when Israel is betraying us, when Israel is trying to
No,
bait
no,
us
no.
into wars?
Israel's not. But hold on. Now, don't get it confused. I am a very pro-Israel person. I support the state of Israel's right to exist and the people of Israel. I do not want no one hurting Israel. Okay, I don't like Bibi. I don't like his actions. I don't like my president of the United States making deals with the people that help facilitate the unaliving of 1,200 innocent people and kidnapping 253 people.
And I mean, how many people has Israel
That's not,
alive?
and then taking a jet from them people.
Yeah, and how many people has Israel alive, and how many deals have we cut with Israel?
Israel is, and like, look,
a bunch of
you
people.
can look at the war, you can look at everything. Israel is defending themselves. And
Sure.
Donald Trump, the guy that you supported, Donald Trump is in bed with the people that help facilitate 10/7. That's disgusting.
What?
And he is compromised as president.
Well, again, like I said before, Israel. I know you're saying Bibi Netanyahu. Bibi Netanyahu is the leader of Israel. He is the president of Israel. He is the representative of Israel on the international stage.
He's the prime minister.
You're correct. You got me there. but he's still the prime minister of
It's all
Israel.
right.
He
It's
is
no
the
big deal. I'm
direct
not trying to gotcha.
he's the direct representative of Israel, and when he and his team are trying to go behind Trump's back with Mike Waltz to incite us into war with Iran, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. And yeah, I am perfectly fine with Trump saying,
I
okay, I'm gonna make
I
deals.
can agree with you. We're talking about the government of Israel, and I'm not talking about the state of Israel and the people of Israel. I don't want nothing because no matter who's in leadership, they're still our ally.
Well,
And no matter what,
why should they
they
always be
are
our
our
ally
friend.
then?
They are our friend. The people of the Israelis are our friend.
Why?
I
Why?
am not. We are not friends, and we are not allies to the Palestinians.
No,
Show me,
why should we be Zionists?
show me where the Israelis are burning our flag. Show me where the Israelis are saying death to America. Show me.
Well, I mean
You won't find it. You
I
will
mean when they
find the
like
Palestinians
disrespect the
burning our flag.
cross, when they
You will
disrespect
find the
Christians, yeah,
Palestinians
I have an issue with that, especially
chanting
since
death
majority
to
of Americans are
America.
Christians.
I wanna correct something that was said in chat that Biden did absolutely nothing. That's incorrect. On January 15th of this year, he negotiated 33 hostage releases. So and yeah. So what did Biden not do again? January 15th, 2025.
Well,
33 hostages were released.
I mean, to counter your point, yeah, I think Israel has disrespected us multiple times. I
Biden,
mean, we have a very unequal relationship with them, especially since they're supposedly our ally.
Biden is
Yet we
there.
have they influence our politics through APAC, hundreds
But
of
Gail,
billions
what
every
do you
single year.
hold on,
Yes,
I'm coming
that's
to you.
true. That's
So
hundreds of
Gail,
millions every single year.
what would you do? Because they keep saying there's going to be this big announcement from Trump, and he's over there right now. What would you do, and how would you feel if Trump acknowledges a Palestinian state?
I don't really care. I don't. This is
You
not my
don't care?
conflict. I don't care. This is not my conflict. If the
That's wild.
Palestinians and the Israelis want to unalive each other over this piece of land, they can go ahead and do it.
Truthfully,
That's not.
you
That's not.
isolationists,
That's not
you
my.
isolationists are the most weirdest people.
How is
You
that
guys,
weird? I value my own people first.
Your
How
mentality.
is it? How is it weird? I
If there
value my
was
own people
more, if there
first,
was
dude.
more of you isolationists, if you were was if there was more of you back in the 30s and 40s, we would be saluting a certain fella. And truthfully,
That's just a
that's
complete
that.
poison in the well
And
fallacy,
truthfully,
dude.
you
That's just a complete
isolationists.
poison in the well fallacy.
It's a weak
Come on, dude. You can do
mentality.
better than that.
It's a weak mentality, bro.
It's not a
It
weak
is.
mentality. How
It's
is it a weak
weak as
mentality
fuck,
that I
bro.
don't want
It's
America to be
weak.
involved in an
It is weak.
ethno-religious war that
You
doesn't
just don't
involve
shut the
us?
blinds. You don't shut the blinds when you see evil shit happen across the pond, bro, and act like it's not happening.
Okay, and
You
both
know?
sides are committing evil against each other.
No, one side was attacked by a bunch of terrorists on 10/7, and their citizens were slaughtered and kidnapped.
So I mean,
That's
when the
what happened.
Israelis unalive groups of doctors because they think, oh, they're product from us, we got to end them. When Israelis blow up hospitals and churches and stuff like that, like, is that not
Well,
evil?
all of that is could be a legitimate bitch. It can.
Yeah,
But when also you have to go. You would have to go back to the people that Qatar supports and funds when they go into the hospital and they hold up there, and they go to the churches and they hold up there, and they go into the civilian homes and they hold up there,
so
and they shoot from there, and they make it a legitimate target. Take it up with fucking Hamas and not Israel.
Hey,
and
mods.
I can acknowledge that Hamas is, of course, doing all these evil things. I don't
Yes, they
deny
are.
that. I don't
Hey,
deny that,
mod.
but Israel is still
Yeah.
making the call that, okay, we don't care. We're going to blow that up anyways. We don't care. Israel is still making that call to blow up those churches, those hospitals, whatever else.
They don't.
And
Hey, mod.
exactly.
Yeah.
I gotta drop down. I gotta take my kiddo to the doctor's appointment. If you're still running after I'm done, I'll pop back up.
Okay. Thank you for coming up.
So
Like-
again, I don't really care, especially
Can
when
I
Israel
comment on
tries to
these
incite
things?
us to a war with
Yes.
Iran.
Go ahead.
So, that Trump gets a jet from Qatar. Okay, so what?
You don't care?
I really don't. I really
Okay,
don't.
so-
Last I checked, we
That's
could get a
fucking
better
wild
deal.
to me.
Last I
That's
checked, we
wild.
could get a better
That's
deal
batshit crazy.
with a bunch of these Middle
That's
Eastern
some
nations.
crazy shit, bro. That's crazy.